what?
Scientist.
I came back down, got back to it, and it's that now. Been that way, and you know it. I'm happy about it, I'ma show it. Seen way much, been away much. I got a key in the door safe, but you see it different in this year that. We see it different cause we know it's makeup. Ain't no lines, that's quantum, yo. And I'ma walk around till it's autumn. You know who on the line when they calling. You can read about it when you calling, yo. Is we good, like really dope? Like Pillsbury, is it a Tom Jerry? Do the cream rise, is it a Ben Jerry? Do the Dutch want smoke, do the smoke want Dutch? Yeah, I wanna go out to eat. Why is we closed? That's a hell of a treat. What? I pay for half of the Jeeps. Yeah, I pay for all of the feasts. I know you see you when you looking at me. Third eye lazy, why play crazy? Going outside when Fauci say stay in. I'ma run away and the dog stay chasing. I know you wanna ball in the chaining. Getting fits off and the wrist get off. Whole time her side ain't changing. The CTE keep braining. Snap, the cook up just hooked up the Thanos. The eye on the needle just looked at a camel. Swing, do the Dutch want smoke cause the smoke want Dutch. Yeah.
Bro, it's just a piece of it, bro. Because Atlanta is carved out of a mountain, bro.
Yeah.
So if that's what the terrain been, bro, just peep the weather there, bro. Like it rained kind of different, like it was once flooded.
It's got a bunch of flooded towns around there,
and
so you know.
Yeah, and then, bro, that's Atlantis, bro. And it came back to the surface, bro. And all the people that died and drowned there, bro, that's the Atlanteans, bro.
The supreme Atlanteans.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know about Atlanteans, Tatarians, you know what I'm saying, all of that. The Garden of Eden is here, baby. Homes, you know what I'm talking about? The mitten.
Garden of Eden.
We got the supreme, superior beings around here, and I got one of the most supreme beings, you know what I'm saying, on the MC side. Welcome to the podcast. It's your host, Mike Book, Sauce God Legend, held at 777, Alan Third Iverson, Mr. MIC, and who you be?
I'm Shamar Alef. Some know me as William Griffin III.
So, like I said, how can they find you, man, on your platforms, man? Before we kick it off, some people might just want to tap in just because of the eclectic look, man. People want to know what the fashion is about. Tell them what your social handles is, brother.
Man, so respectfully, I am not going to give you any social media handles because fuck Instagram, fuck Facebook, fuck Twitter, fuck X, nigga. Respectfully,
we starting off with shots.
Respectfully, we see that y'all running a business. We get it. Y'all got y'all little algorithm and y'all got y'all watchers. Y'all got y'all people that sit at desks and monitor everything that's going on. Cool. Well, we're doing that shit too. So where you can find me at is highharmony.com. Harmony, HARMONY.com. That's where you can find me at.
That's where we can find the brother at. Highharmony.com. One place, one space, and you know what time it is. It's straight lace, but it's not fentanyl. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, though.
And we got a few questions we need to get answered here, man. This is How Did We Get Here podcast, right?
Hallelujah.
So, hallelujah. How did you get here, right? Like, give us your upbringing. Give us, you know, you said you're William Griffin III. That's how I know him. You feel me? See him in Wildcats. You know what I'm talking about. If you're not with the squad, you know what I know what side you on. You with the losers because we was the winners. You know what I'm talking about all the time. Shout out to the squad.
I want to say before I dive in, I want to speak on Seaman. So my dad was a football prospect out of Berrien Springs. He got dealt a bad hand, right? And so he was a football star, bro. Like he won a state championship to my knowledge for Berrien Springs High School, and he was, I want to say, all state. And he had a potential to get that real shot. So it didn't happen for him. So he kind of like encouraged me to play football a little bit.
Right.
I was a hooper. I was a hooper instead of a football player, but I decided to try it for a year. Like, you know, let me go out here and see. And that's how I met Swanigan. You know, the Swanigan.
Shout out to the Swans.
And I'm coming in the door, and Seaman already running the table. I come in the door and Seaman's already running everybody off the field.
Literally. We got too many stories for y'all about Seaman. Don't make me stand up because I got the trophies for y'all. I got a lot of history that I could reveal. And if you on that other side, I ain't even gonna give you the shout outs. If you on the other side, you know what it is. You know what we was doing to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Badly though.
Let me sit back down, man. My bad. I got a little hostile.
Look, they just didn't see it.
Oh, they saw it
from this side. They didn't see it from this side. All right, so he like, yo, he played football, so it's like, yo, get in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, 1 year in, I'm just doing what I do, book. Running them sprints, leading the pack, getting them drills down, leading the pack.
Fast.
I mean, I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
By the time season start, I'm starting. Oh, okay. I don't even know how to play football yet.
Not all the way.
Like the mechanics. No, I'm athletic. Couldn't nobody tackle me. But as far as the X's and O's, I wasn't even there yet. I was learning. But bro, I'm the starting running back. Yeah. Y'all remember.
We ain't got to go into that. We know
we lost though. At the end of it, I came into a team that won it the previous year and the year before that. And the year
you know what it was.
So I came into that team, and because I'm new and learning the game, we lose in the championship game now to Garfield. We'll let y'all have that one.
Just that one.
It was on me because, first of all, you go to the championship game and you playing at Houseman on turf.
Come on now.
Some of y'all don't know about that.
Give it to them, bro.
Some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all didn't never get to that game.
I already know what you about to say.
Y'all got there in high school because that's where you played at.
And that was the only experience you got on turf.
We got that when we was kids.
Championship shit.
We lost. I give you all that. But so long and short, they went back to running the spread again, from what I hear, because I only did 1 year. But I got hit in the head too many times in CTE. Now the CTE is knowledge. It's on the books now. But I felt it as a child. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not going to just be taking hits. So it was interesting. This is the last thing I'm going to say on it. Yeah, nobody could tackle me.
Right.
And your dad didn't want that for me. He like, why you keep, your dad honestly, like, why you keep juking everybody out? I'm like, I thought that was the point. Barry Sanders shit. The point is not to get tackled. Nobody could tackle me. But when I did take some hits, took a couple of them, I got back up and still did my thing. But long term, I'm like, I can't do this long term.
This is a temporary situation.
Yep. Went back to hooping on niggas.
We did both around here, you know what I'm saying? Hooping, football, track, all that. You know what I'm saying? We did all that in the streets, but where did you grow up at, man?
Okay.
What area, you know what I'm saying? Can we get the zip code, the high school, you know what I'm saying?
49503.
Yeah.
Cherry Hill.
Yes, sir.
Right on the cusp of Heritage Hill. So that's my life growing up, right?
Right.
So I went to Heritage for early child development. That's in Heritage Hill. And so then I went to Henry Park Paideia Academy. Shout out Ruth Jones. Legend. Rest in peace, the real goddess of Grand Rapids. So she instituted a Paideia system of education. Now, let's just go down this rabbit hole real quick. Explain. Paideia education is a Greco-Roman like philosophy of teaching. But basically, the principle, the intent of this educational system was to create the most well-rounded human being. All right. Google it. So they felt like the curriculum was math, science, geography, writing, speech. So speech and then like athletics. Okay. So some form of athletics, but you know what I mean? Basically they was creating the quintessential artist. Right. You really think about it. The quintessential revolutionary, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. So that's my elementary. From there, I went to Iroquois Middle in the honors program. Shout out my Iroquois guys.
How was that? Like, we all know, if you from the city, we all know about Iroquois. Iroquois was one of the most legendary spots to go to school. I used to go sneak into their breakfast. You know what I'm saying? When I was at Southeast, I'd walk over to Iroquois.
It was like that.
My boy used to go to Ottawa Montessori. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be like, bro, it's so lit over here, bro. You need to come check that. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of, you know what I mean? I'm like,
get down.
I had to go check it out. You know what I'm saying? So I go skip. I go to school late. This was skipping. You skipping your first hour as a kid. Like, I'm only like 9. You feel me? I'm like, I gotta check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Mama don't whoop me. I'm sorry. I used to skip first hour as a
like
kid.
that in there.
Iroquois was lit. I just wanted to say, if you from Grand Rapids, you know about Iroquois. Continue.
So, Ruth Jones, look, she had a conversation with my mom, like, William getting ready to graduate from here. He's arguably the best student we have. In that process of being there, in the 2nd grade, I won a national writing competition.
Talk about it.
And we would do these things every like quarter called the Young Authors Festival at Calvin College. We would go every quarter or whenever they had it, we would be there. Learning how to write, learning how to conceptualize your reality and understand it and be able to deduce it down and write about it. So I won awards in there as a shorty, kindergarten to 6th grade, so like 5 to 10. So she like, yo, go and put William in the honors program at Iroquois. Back then, it was hard for me to get in because they didn't have school of choice. You had to go in your district.
In your district, for sure.
My district school was Northeast. Miss Jones said, nah, don't send them up there. For my Northeast guys, no disrespect. Y'all know what it is.
Can't make it up.
Can't make it up. It was a serious situation going on in that building. And I will talk about that. Mr. Branson, I think everybody know Mr. Branson. What his role was, he was teaching us about the Constitution and world geography and understand who control you.
The elite.
He was talking about who them people actually was, though. And we learned about the Civil War, and then we learned about that Queen of England, that lady over there. She's your slave master, and you
still don't incorporated to the company, and you still paying the slave, the Queen's ransom.
Yep,
that's what it is.
The Queen's ransom that was brought about through you getting a Social Security number,
straight through the U.S.A. You heard?
Yep.
Come on, man.
America went bankrupt. Because remember, America won that war against the Queen, right? Queen like, okay, watch me get their ass. We started running our own country on our own, and then some devil creeped up in there from, notably, probably the Queen. Yeah, we're going to poke a hole in this boat. So, next thing you know, the Americas is liberated from her ass, and then she poke a hole in the boat, and the economy bottom out. It's all in her plans. 1930s. America coward as hell. You just beat her in a war, and then you go back to her like, yeah, we broke. And she like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm going to give y'all money, but I'm going to control you forever. And how am I going to control you? I'm going to institute slavery all over again. The Social Security Act. And there will be nothing backed by gold anymore. So give us all the gold.
Run that.
And now the collateral for this debt that we giving y'all, this mortgage we gonna give y'all, the collateral is your human population. They are my slaves now.
So they controlled us, but they still owe us. And you know what? King Cotton still is king. And they still want that from us, right? Yeah. And that's what they was, trading and transferring. It was all about trade. It's all about transactions. So they came sending missionaries, right? We were just talking about Christianity, sending missionaries. They come over here. They got all this stuff that ain't worth shit, glass and all this shit. We giving them all our rubies and pearls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They go run back and tell the queen, look, we got this over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was other people of color that was coming over. Like we were saying, some of them was mixed, some of them was, you know what I'm saying? They call them
working with them.
Moriscos. You feel me? Some of the niggas,
y'all was working with them. You know,
it's a whole Christian dome, bro. Like I said, it's a lot of shit that's compiled in there that the teachers was not teaching us in them books, bro. But that's why you got to do your Googles.
You got to research it. You got to read. Go to the library and read, because they changing the information on Google.
And that's where, you know, once you start hearing this and they get put in the algorithm, they gonna, you know. Anyway, so all right,
basketball, and then from there, I got scholarships. I won like a scholarship from Central because I was the top student athlete. I think I graduated with like a 3.8, and then ran cross country, made it to regionals in that. So I can run. I got endurance.
I'm glad he was fast, man. Yeah. I remember, bro, being fast when we was little. Yes, sir. Pops used to be like, "That's a fast little dude." You know what I'm talking about?
So we learning how to be a man. So now, go to college, go to the University of Detroit, Mercy, to study architecture.
Shout out.
To study architecture. I didn't go there to play basketball, but the team was interested in me. They was scouting me because I was getting busy on the intramurals, bro.
Yeah.
Getting busy on them guys. And so we went to the regional intramural tournament. That's like you play everybody.
Yeah.
All the schools, all the major colleges, but we played Louisville, Duke, all they intramural teams. So I led that tournament in points per game and steals.
Come on now.
I was washing everybody.
Real Grand Rapids shit, man. We got the real rappers, the real hoopers, the real sports, everything. We got all of it. It's locked in there. Stop playing with me.
I couldn't play basketball on the team, though they was interested because they wouldn't allow me to study architecture and play basketball. They said it was literally impossible for me to do that. So I chose architecture. Dropped out after 2 years for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into all of them, but dropped out. January 1st, 2009, I go to the studio with my cuz right here. It was a studio in one of them big buildings downtown that was right under the highway, right under 131. Him and my cousin Trav, his little brothers, Brandon and Travis, they was in there booked for a session. They was in there rapping. The studio was fly. So I'm like, shit, I'm standing in the booth with them watching them rap. I'm like, shit, I could do this. Yeah, this kind of sound good. Segue. Because we talk about my music journey, so I can't leave this out.
Right.
Also, while I was in elementary school, Miss Jones had this program called Steps in a New Direction that she brought into the school. Patrick and Tasia. They was like some of the more formidable ballet dancers period in the area. They was leading the program, so I went through there with them, learned how to do ballet, learned how to do tap. And then from there, I did a whole bunch of like shows, like performances and dance at the Calder Festival. We used to be out at Woodland Mall getting busy. Remember when Woodland Mall used to be chunky?
All the way, super live.
Chunky.
That was the place to be. Like, from like 04 to like 09.
I'm talking about the 90s.
Oh, you talking about early.
I'm talking about the 90s, bro. We was in there doing shows, performing in the late 90s. Bro, you couldn't walk around in Woodland comfortable, bro. It was too many people.
Slapping.
Mind you, while all that traffic going around, we doing dance performances.
Yeah.
So I finished that program and they was like, yo, you should telling my mom, you should get him to audition at the Grand Rapids Ballet Company. Okay. You do that next. I ended up getting in. So from there, I'm like, okay, we inside here now. This is kind of fly. What we finna do?
Yeah.
All rehearsing, all major ballet rehearsals. Our biggest ballet was the Nutcracker. So we spent more time focusing on that all year. At the end of the year, from December 1st-ish, all the way to the end of December, bro, we would do the Nutcracker at DeVos Hall. The old DeVos Hall. Crunk. I'm talking about, and I had a solo. I had my own little solo my first year out. Solo. And I was the baker, right? But bro, we living in DeVos Hall. I got my own green room. I got a dressing room. I got makeup, costume, wardrobe. And then, every day a big full spread of food.
You good? You good?
Okay, we still good? Yeah. Okay, so every night for the month, I'm staying at the DeVos Hall, living like that. But I'm still in school. I'm in like 3rd grade, 4th grade at the time when I first get in there like that. And so I'm performing in front of a sold out crowd every night for the entire month of December. We doing the Nutcracker, and the ballet is narrated by the Grand Rapids Symphony every night. So I'm signing autographs at the age of 8. All that. So it's like, then I stopped. Like I did that for the Nutcracker for 2 years, and then I got hit with that job, bro. Yeah, we finna elevate him. You know, we about to give him a more like a bigger part in this ballet. We about ready to elevate him through the job. Yeah, you gonna be the one. Shout out Raymond Love. He was there with me too. So Raymond was there. We was there, and so the reason why I quit that part that they was gonna have me play, it was like a big solo part, and in that part I was gonna have to kiss this white girl, bro. Yeah, mom, that's all right. I quit. Basketball started lighting up, so okay, let's go back into, we already went past high school, so then and we college, so I drop out, come back, cousin them rapping, boom. I bought an MPC. I started like doing my research. Like I had always been listening to music, but I never thought about making. I'm like, all right, well, did my research. I wanted to do it how the real ones did it. So I bought an MPC. Found one, like the 2000 boy, the MPC 2000. Found it. Got to get into work. Working on the beats first. That was from 2009 to 2014. I just stayed in the tuck, making beats on the MPC, learning it, working on my rap. And then I wanted to upgrade my MPC, so I got the 2000 XL. I found a dude up north somewhere who was, he had an album that was on the shelves in Best Buy. His name was Menicide. Shout out Menicide. I don't know where he at today, but I drove up there, met him. The MPC was in full motion. It was completely upgraded, and he just slid it to me for that fee. Asked my wife, like, that nigga was in there making beats all day, constantly, while perfecting the rap, right? So I did that for 5 years. Made some songs with Cuz. I had connected with some Hebrews on Facebook, bro, and I started doing this series called Cypher Sabbath. We had a little Facebook community around 2011, 10. Okay. And my little songs, my little cypher things was getting played on radios in Canada. Okay, wow. All right, that's what's up. So then I was just like, yo, this is cool and everything. I got a network of people on the cloud, and my music moving throughout the country here, and out of the country. But shoot, I'm ready to bring this to the town. It's got to be brought back to your home. It got to be on the ground now. Like, forget the internet. Where the ground at? So can't go nowhere if your feet ain't grounded. Yeah. So I started taking my joint out. The first people that I heard was AGO. Like the 7th. Shout out to 7. Revenge of the Sin. That's the first project I heard where it was like, bro, this dude's in the town that's making good music. Right. Word. All right. I'm about to do this. So the first dude I met though was Mavi. Mavy Mark, shout out Mavy Mark.
My brother.
Would come out to the. He would come out to the spot. He would come out to the spot, and we would just like. I would make some beats, and then we would just rap and record it. Or my little makeshift. I had a little makeshift little setup because I was still building my studio. Yeah. So we put some songs up. He did one of the Cypher Savage with me. My cuz did one of them. We put some songs up, and we was just like, all right, cool. We would get together. I would go to his house. We would make beats. I'd bring my MPC, and we would just sit in his room, and he'll make some beats, and I'd make some beats.
Just going back and forth.
Yeah.
Trading off on the beats, man. The inspiration hit. Now it's time for me to get back on mine. Yeah. That's like we used to do in the studio. You know what I'm saying? One person go in there, you know, they done drop some fire. Oh, hold on. Pen instantly moving. Next thing I got one. We go in there. You know what I'm saying?
Did that. National Day. Shout out to my brother K, man. Motif, the Armada. Y'all know what we was on. You know what I'm talking about? It's documented. So we just went through a whole, you know, mantra of a lot of information from you. So what is the newest thing you working on? What's a project that you working on, or you got something in the tuck? Get the people something that they can look forward to or they can tap into right now to check you out. Well, right now, so I just released a single. It's like a homecoming song for me. I've been gone for 7 years, and went on a tremendous journey that came with a lot of lessons and came with a lot of healing. But 8 p.m. It's called 8 p.m. in Hartside. That's what's cranking right now. You know, coming back from the town after not being here, and when we left, it was so turned. And coming back and seeing like the energy kind of died down a lot. And moved out the city. I moved out from downtown. The energy got shifted out to Kentwood. I feel a way about that. You know what I'm saying? And so we came up with a solution to combat that. Yeah, and we got that. And we got it in the works. You know what I'm saying? Everything is got its purpose. You heard? We just made history today. Everything is going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Woozy, man. Shout out to Bronze Natherus, man. We both made the project. Bulletproof Parties, man. Y'all go tap in today, right now. Y'all know what time it is. Only the elites make it. You know what you saying? You left the city. You know what I'm saying? What brings you back to the city? Like, why are you like? You say it's all about bringing it back to the crib, bringing it home. Why is home so important to you? Like, you was already going doing your thing. You know what I mean? You got plenty of connections to make things happen for yourself. Why are you selfless and bringing everything that you say you bring back home? Because I got the key to the city and they ain't gave it to me yet. I got the key to the world, really, and that came about by living in every place pretty much that I've toured. I didn't. When I went on my tours, I didn't act like a tourist. I'll go to the boardrooms and have meetings and go to meet the promoters. I'm a full-fledged record label inside. So I did it all on my own, all the business, all the bookings. So I acted like I was an executive and not a tourist. So I go to the boardroom, have meetings, learn, connect with people, and then I go to the trenches. Like, what? Yeah, the trenches too. No, you gotta feel the pulse. You gotta touch the pulse of every city that you go in, and you gotta pay your respects, really. You can't be coming into other people's town and don't know how it's going down. Competing with guys. You can't be doing that. You know who you are. We ain't gonna say your name, man, but we already know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame. You can't come into other people's town competing with the natives. It don't work like that. Anyway, so I went to town and did the opposite. Show love and got love. Everywhere. Name a hood. Somebody know me. So, coming back after having all these experiences, why come back to the town when you getting it out here? Because, and this is going to be very simply put, don't be offended, just respect it. No matter what city I was in, no matter what show I was at, I was washing the entire room clean. And that's an entire statement of fact, all of that. Statement of fact.
It ain't even no, like I've been said in previous episodes, this side of West Michigan got it locked on the rap tip, on any tip that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, like, for real.
This is a breeze, and he changed his name to Sir James, but he just knew politics, and I learned politics by sitting in Mr. Cully's class. Like, y'all don't know what y'all. First of all, we just gonna clear it out the way with one thing that I
Clear
learned.
it up.
One thing that I learned.
Clear it up.
Well, we're gonna get two. I got two for y'all.
Let them have it.
The Electoral College chooses the president, not you.
Thank you.
Not you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say it again. Just say it one more time.
The Electoral College will give you the president, not you.
So what are you doing?
Vote for what?
What are you doing? You just playing the game. You know you playing the game, and you want to play the game because you don't want to look like, oh, I'm not a part of this. No, come on, man. Use your mind. Everybody knows you have never had a hand in these politics, in these issues that you think that you have, because they'll feed you, keep feeding you and feeding you until they pull it back, and then they like, hold on, I thought you said you was gonna feed. Nah, that was EBT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody tricking around, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tricking, playing tricks with your mind. You know what I'm saying? So, how you feel that you can change the mind frame of some of these different, you know what I'm saying, of the youth or just the people that's surrounding you? I know some of us are grown, some people mind is stuck in their own zone, but what can you do, or what are you doing to change or try to break the shackles and change off of our brain?
Okay, so while I was doing all this music, so I'm doing shows in the town, I'm traveling out of town doing interviews, radios, LA, Atlanta, DC. But while I'm doing that, I work for the Link first. Worked for Link and did talent recruitment at Link. So I'm actually working with the people that's trying to change our community.
What is Link?
Link is an organization that was funded by the DeVos family to revitalize the black community. Okay. They're doing a good job, but y'all took DeVos money. They're gonna control it a little bit.
You ain't gonna be able to move how you think you want.
Yeah, but I will say to their credit, shout out Lakia Jenkins. They is up there doing a good job. They doing their part. So I worked for them for 2 years, right, to book talent for the First Fridays.
Everybody know First Friday.
So did that, and then also worked in the Boys and Girls Club of Grand Rapids. I was the education director there. I had the opportunity to build curriculums, summer program curriculums for kids K through 12.
Okay.
And so I tried that out and seen some real results. I developed a curriculum based off of financial literacy, STEM, so that's STEM, math, of course, creative writing, and home economics. Same thing, same curriculum I got from Iroquois, basically.
And so, that's what a Grand Rapids education will get you when you actually apply it to yourself.
Yeah. So the curriculum was a big hit because not only was I feeding the mind, but I was feeding the stomach. God is in your belly. So the cooking class proved to be the most paramount thing. And what I was cooking was teaching the kids how to cook small, healthy meals, like quick stuff.
Because we stay in a food desert. You know what I'm saying? We have a lack of resources, but the resources that we lack are they're readily available.
Go to Meyer.
They're there, but
it's market. A couple of them.
It's a lot of fresh produce. It's a lot of people growing and bringing in, transporting all of this fresh produce. This is a lot of stuff that we could do that we're not doing. I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off, but that was one of those things that I wanted to bring up to the people. It's healthy.
And then, so a couple more things. And then, so I joined a program where they was teaching the community about gardening. Ooh, there we go. Garden. Got involved in that. And then the Universal Zulu Nation. Okay, what happened. It toppled. And there's a reason for that. called feudalism. So it toppled, but I was a chartering member of the first Universal Zulu Nation chapter in Michigan, to my knowledge. It was the first one.
We're gonna have to find that out.
It was the first, so it toppled like a year after, but that's more community work. And then
It started.
That, and then so yeah, like that was pretty much. I'm sure I'm leaving something out, but that was pretty much the extent of my community work, while also raising a family. Again, community. So yeah, that's what I've done. And so where is it leading? Because I know you said, where does that lead?
Yeah.
So where does that lead? All of that information and all of them things was gathered because we was building off the election. The thing that I've learned in almost all of this is what key actually is for our community.
And what is the key?
The key is for us to know where we at. You live in a feudalistic society, a feudalistic government.
Before we go any further, I don't mean to cut you off. For the people that may not, or you don't want to dive into that, this might be something y'all have to pull out a Webster for. Feudalistic. What is feudalistic?
So if you break down the root word in that term, it's feud. You're living in a system that has been designed to control you by continuing to feud, to elevate through the social hierarchy. Because in the feudalism, and by the way, it comes from Rome and Germany. So America really is Rome.
Home of the seven hills.
Get out your book of Revelations. Really is Rome.
We keep going.
So feudalism says this. It's a governmental structure that's designed to operate from the top down and the bottom up. Who's at the top though? A king. The king got somebody that work for them, boom, 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 all the way down to your local government. And then the bottom tier of this feudalistic construct is slavery. Money don't exist
at all.
They want you to think that
chattel
it's
slavery.
About money, when really this feudalistic construct only feeds off of energy from its slave class.
Ephoric energy.
So they need you feuding. They need you depressed. They need you
chaos.
They need you to be. They need to put chaos around you, and then like the spirit of Balaam and Balak, go put your Bible out, pull your Bible out, get them people to curse themselves. We're gonna put the chaos around them, and then it's going to work on itself.
Exactly.
Without us having to control it no more. So you live in that construct. Now that you know that you already knew what it was, but what they've hidden from you is the word. What is this? It's called feudalism. Boom. You're welcome.
You have been served. First meal. You heard? Last supper for y'all.
Pick a side.
And you gonna choose wisely, or you gonna be a part of the play. So, as far as having the control of the perspective of the community, right? Because I feel like you got a little bit of control of the perspective of the community. I'm a part of that, you know what I'm saying, community. I'm a part of the controlling of the community, because we all use our mind to control everything that's moving around here, and we some cerebral cats. So where did the mind frame of going community first and not being as like I was asking you earlier, being selfless, like why did you, like, you went to Detroit, right? We know that certain different cities, LA, Atlanta, Houston, the mentality of the community, right? Can't go against the grain. What gave you the sense of courage to go against the grain? Like, can you say that growing up in Grand Rapids gave you that courage?
I tell you this. First of all, I had a inner knowing that I'm here to change the world, and that what I was looking for was the missing energy. That's what you learn in algebra. I'm a mathematician for sure. So the biggest thing about math is it's teaching you how to find the missing integers. So I took that out here in society. I'm looking around and I'm seeing that it's a problem. If 9 plus x equals 15, what is x? So if this is what I see in my community, and this is the powers that be, what's missing? That's the fuel. However, let's take it back to a more childlike perspective. Bro, I was raised nation to Islam. I used to sit in my grandma's house. All that was playing on her TV was Elijah Muhammad.
That's it.
And while all my cousins
Message to the black man.
While all my cousins was running around, I used to sit there with folded legs and just sit there and kind of watch it. Like, okay, he's saying something. And my grandma would echo what he was saying. And it's like, cool. Bro, my family, my grandma and my granddad knew Elijah. Okay. They know him. What they knew me. Right. They know Farrakhan. Right now, they tapped in. They do Muhammad Ali, bro. We would bike from my grandma's house. We would bike ride to Muhammad Ali dance all the time and just ring the buzzer and see if they let us in.
Real life greatness, man.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that a lot of our youth today don't get to experience, man. That childhood where we were golden child. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
I grew up in the hood, but I was experiencing a lot of different elements in different communities that you wouldn't expect me to be in as a child. You know what I'm saying? I met Guru from Gangstar and 9. You feel me? Like, that was how I got introduced, you know what I'm saying, to hip hop, you know? Bumping Nas all day, wondering like, man, how can I get like this? To next thing you know, meeting Guru in Premiere, bro. Blast. Straight blast. So let me get a how did we get here moment from you. Like, give us your how did you get to the moment of I know I'm gonna be that nigga on the mic. Like, give me like some of your early influences and then give me an experience of like when you knew I'm like I'm gonna be him. Like, I picked up the pen.
The person that I was drawn to the most in music was Jay. And Jay-Z, in a way, he kind of raised me, bro. He gave me a perspective. I'm a Sag just like him. So it was the right person to listen to. So I noticed that in his artistry, he will always give you both sides of the story. So I was getting fed while I was also getting game. I was getting his
full
perspective.
Course meal, man.
It was a full perspective on what it was like for me to be a Sag. Cool. So the moment when I found out that I was going to be this, so that's really hard to say because the whole journey proved it. But shout out Apostle Arthur Bailey. A lot of people know Lil Arthur, but his dad really moved the needle on like getting people to understand that Bible in a deeper context. So it really started there. I started there, and then there was this South African woman that was leading the music team in there, and she was like, "No, you gonna play the drums." I don't know nothing about playing no drums, but I found my rhythm in it. I got nice at playing the drums.
Okay.
And then the whole time we was making music. She even taught me how to sing, bro. But developing the raps, she forced me to rap in church. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. She like forced me to like do it and like made me like shake off that fear of doing it. And I think that's probably when I knew that I was gonna be this, bro. Cause then, my flow got nice from there.
Right.
She helped me like break the ice.
Yep, I was gonna say she broke the ice, man.
Shout out ZZ Matanda.
Shout out,
Uyo Matanda, Loiso Matanda. Loiso.
It's always a catalyst, man, to the flame. It's always a catalyst, and I support all people, man, in their journeys, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a wild journey, you know what I'm saying? We heard about the rap battle and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But DMX, you know what I'm saying, was like the first person that I heard that I was like, I need to rap. You know, I'm writing raps in cursive. I'm barking in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm barking in the little personal recorders that we used to get. You know what I'm saying? Them little cassette joints. But really, what set it off for me, when I knew I was gonna be him, I had my homies. Shout out Gutter, shout out Money Man, shout out Big Rob. They coerced Big Rob. He big light skinned dude. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We grew up on Dickinson Ave. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
not him. Okay,
nope, just a random man. Not a rapper. Not a rapper. Just like I said, they gassed him up. Him up. Just one of those. They heard him out. So they had Cuz go record some shit, right? Look, you black and ugly. Woo woo. You know, on that little kid shit, right? Yeah. But they knew I was the rapper. Right. So they gassed him up like, you know, you go in there and say this, say that, woo woo, on some little kid shit. So I go in there and I heard this shit, right? So I was like, and then my blood boiling, right? You know, you get a little, you know, back in the days, man, it was the 90s. It was one of those, you know, we grew up different. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about each other a little different, put it that way. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get him back. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Virgo. That ether shit kicked in. Oh, yeah. That ether shit kicked in. Like, I had to really.
I gotta ether somebody's soul, right?
And I'm talking about I ethered him for 5 beats straight as a 9-year-old, bro.
Oh, wow.
Killed him. I'm talking about.
At 9?
9, bro.
That's crazy.
9, bro. Just going.
That's
wild, bro. I'm talking about. Yeah, because we moved off the block when I was like 11, 12. Yeah, had to be 10 or 9, bro. I knew I wasn't. Yeah, it was 9 or 10. I'm going to give it 9. But burned it down. I'm talking about, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Real crazy. Shout out to Big Rob, though. You ain't deserve that.
Stars and stripes.
But you got it, though. You got it.
Stars with stripes.
You know what I'm saying? The stars and bars, but you know you can still get them scars if you come the wrong way. You know what I'm talking about? The real ones. You know what I mean? Not from Grand Rapids if you don't know.
Wealthy Street Alive.
Okay.
Period. We keep going.
You don't know you're not from Grand Rapids if you don't know
Wealthy Street Alive. If you don't know who Jay Stu is.
Okay.
If you don't know who Willie the Kid is or Floyd Mayweather is.
Facts. Shout out to Floyd, man. You know what I mean? I remember when you had that game at the Van Andel, you know what I'm talking about? I went in there acting like I'm sick. I had to tell, I went in there, I was sick. I didn't act like I was sick. I actually was sick. And I was playing like my girlfriend at the time was special needs. I called them up because I thought it was sold out. I was sick as a dog. I shouldn't have been there. I was so incoherent. And I'm up there like, yeah, she's special needs. I'm trying to get tickets. They like, sir, it's not sold out. You can come buy a ticket. Fuck it. Let's go up there. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Christina Milian for the first time. Shout out to Christina. Lloyd Banks, everybody. Jadakiss, everybody was down there.
I missed that.
Oh, you didn't go?
I went to the little, the carnival that he put on.
I'm
talking about Floyd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put on the carnival. I don't think I went to the show though. Where was it at?
Van Andel.
Yeah, I missed that part.
Yeah, bro, it was a crazy experience, bro. It was all the celebrities, bro. That was the one and only time. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, how did I miss that?
It was the one and only time that it felt like,
it felt like somebody did something larger than life.
Bro, you had to be there. Like I just told you, I was sick as a dog. I shouldn't have been there. And I went. I was like, bro, I cannot miss this at all.
You are not from Grand Rapids if you don't know Vito.
Come on.
I had to put Vito in there.
Shout out to Vito. Yes, sir. You know what it is. If you don't know Vito, we done been down there plenty times rocking. That's the OG. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
The OG of the town, bro. If you don't know Vito.
Robert S. If you don't know Robert S.
Grew up right next door to my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? On Dickinson. You feel me? That was her neighbor. My mom and him, you know what I'm saying? They know each other. That's the OG. Shout out to Robert S, man. The first one doing it the biggest. You know what I'm talking about? A real legend.
A real one.
We gonna have you come sit down on the podcast too, OG. One day. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Robert S, bro. He actually took my first album. I got the Eminem experience. Remember when Eminem, whenever his album would come out, it would get played in its entirety on 104.5? Robert S played my whole album on air, from top to bottom.
Now that's lit.
Yeah,
That's lit.
shout out Robert S.
And what station?
Bro, I want to say. Sorry if I'm crucifying this, but I want to say it was 94.9.
94.9. Okay,
was
I
that
believe it was. I believe it was. That was one of the stations that I remember Robert S. was running it.
Because he was bouncing around.
Yeah, man, he had a few different stations. We all know. We were just talking about 1680 earlier, 949. I can't think of the other couple ones, but my mind slips me right now. But shout out Robert S. man and all the contributions you done did for the city, man. We seen you, the younger generation seeing you, and we want to keep the knowledge going, you know, passing it on. So if you see him out in the city and you see him being be a politician now, you show him his respect because he actually comes from where we come from.
Wealthy Street, bro. I'm doing this, so move out the way.
Don't steal it.
I'm going to do it. I'm the one to do it.
This is time stamped.
And I'm not from the school of thought where move in silence. No, I speak out loud into the universe so that my words don't return to me void. What I speak out comes back to me.
Reverberation.
So I am bringing Wealthy Street alive back.
It's time stamped. So now when it happens, you can see where it came from. All right?
I am doing it.
This is how you work and manifest and make sure that you don't lose your spot in the loop, because you can get caught in that loop and now you're hanging yourself because you forgot where you came from. And we coming from the soil. 616. You know what time it is. Grand Rapids, Michigan, stand up, but we global. Don't get it twisted. It's not local. We global.
Only snakes slither around.
And we ain't looking at the ground. We got our heads up because it's high power. I'm with the high priest. Shout out to my brother Shamar Alef.
Man, bro.
We have one. We got a classic from one legend to another. Shout out to my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack. And you know what time it is. Mike Book, Sauce Guy Legend, held at 777. You can find me right here. I'm not going to explain it, but you know what time it is. And yeah, we out. Holla at your boy.